I haven't been out here for a while. 'Cause I usually go to the library to do my schoolwork, even though it's so far away. But this is Springfield. I quite feel disappointed that I wasn't able to keep up with my class due to the fact that my internet is unstable. It's been a long time since I've been out here. Really long time. This is like, I call this my quiet space. This is a place where I go when I'm feeling stressed out, my little quiet space. But anyway, I ended up getting an A in one class, and I'm getting an F because my advisor, she told me to stop participating in the course because I don't have no great internet. I can't record for eight to what 12 minutes with poor internet, and also keep up with a class where the instructor wants me to keep going at the research. I end up throttling my whole entire internet, and I couldn't use my 5G home. I have a T-Mobile 5G home internet, and it just throttled. I'm like, what the hell is going on? My internet just throttled on me one day when I was doing my study analysis. I almost didn't make it for my class. I think the class that I got an A in, it would have been also an F too. But I did a quick thinking. And I said to myself, you know what? Let me email the professor. Let me email the instructor. The instructor gave me the instructor. She gave me, she sent me an email and she said to me to actually follow the guidelines, and I was able to pass. But maybe I might have to talk to my. Hold on. Maybe I have to talk to the advisor to see what's going on with the S. Maybe she could change something. Maybe not. But anyway, I got this job as a behavior statistician, but this requires me to take an exam, and I have to do 40 hours of training. So, I'm doing my little documentary here. I document everything on here. So people on here keep telling me to document my life since I'm treated quite differently. I'm 32 years old, and I've been going at it since I was what? Since I was a little kid, with the way that people behave towards me. I ain't let it stop me. I kept going. Got a 3.9 GPA for college. Yeah, I got an S in grad school as a 2.0 GPA, but it could be replaced. I could get an A and then be back to 4.0. But anyway, you know, I'm trying to do that job training program. That's the next step for me. The job training program is the next step. Now, I know I can finish that. I'm getting 100 on the quiz. On the exam, I'm getting hundreds, straight hundreds. Everything's 100. I take it, 100, 100, 100. So I'm good at that. I'm good at memorizing information and understanding concepts. It talks about positive reinforcement, positive punishment, negative reinforcement, negative punishment. So these are like psychological terms that I would understand because this is what I learned in school. This is what I learned in school, in college and also grad school. Oh, I see you. But anyways, this household, this crazy. This lady have no respect. I just recently uploaded a video showing how just my Haitian roommate just left her bra in a bucket, and it definitely smells horrible. Just she don't care at all. I don't even know who she is. I live in this household. I live in this house for how many months? Since January 4th, 2024, since the Thursday, and I've been just completely confused on what's going on in that household. I'm so busy with my schoolwork, research papers, exams, group projects, oral presentations, research papers, just endless exams like that over and over and over. I don't have time to like concentrate on my environment. So I wonder who is this lady? Who is these people? My landlord keep moving in people into this house without informing me. That's bad. You don't do that to someone. So if you're paying your rent and you're living in a house, you're gonna wake up to someone that you don't know in your house, and you're gonna be, spooked by it. August 24th, 2024. I remember coming back. So I went to Long Island, Sometimes I go along to get a little piece of my mind because it's not just here. I go outside to travel. I was going on a bus for hours and hours, just looking at my phone, studying, going to different places to get my mind relaxed. When I come back, I see uh, my landlord's cousin or friend behind me saying, "What's?" He said, "Oh, hell, what's up?" I said, "Good." And then he's going inside the room, and I'm just looking at him like, "What is going on here? What is he doing to this room?" And then the next day, some Haitian guy moved in. I don't even know his name. They never told me. I find it weird that the guy, the landlord's cousin or friend, was behind me that day, August 24th, 2024. I memorized the date, and he never said a one word to me. Hey, you're gonna have a new roommate tomorrow. His name is such and such. You know, just moving the guy. And then I just remember I was cooking my food, and this guy just came out his room and he said, "Hey, how are you? How you doing? How are you doing?" I'm like, "Who is this guy?" I think was it before that? No, the first time I met this guy, I came out the bathroom, and then I see him with a woman, and I knocked my elbow, and I said, "What the hell?" My whole elbow. I knocked my elbow on the fridge. I'm like, "Who the heck is this person?" This is not right. The landlord is supposed to inform her tenants that there's gonna be other people moving in. She's not communicating with me. You don't do that to people. You don't just move in. You just don't move in tenants and without informing them. And then breaking. And then there's the Haitian lady. She's actually breaking the rules, right? Having men sleep in her room for days, playing loud music, leaving bra in the bathroom. I cleaned the bathroom yesterday, and the bathrooms look like it's a wreck already. She's disrespectful. She doesn't have. I wonder if she even lived with people before in her life. She doesn't. She's acting like she never lived with no one in her whole entire life. I don't know what kind of lady is this. And it makes sense for someone who doesn't work, stays inside all day, speaking on the phone all day. No, not a single one of her friends that visit that house is telling her, "Hey, you need to go get a job or do something productive." And I'm here doing something productive, and I have to deal with this behavior. And before I moved into that house on January 4th, 2024, I had visited a different place, right? And this was next to my college. So I go to Queens College, and my father came with me, and something happened, something weird. It was a rainy day. The day, the whole day was raining, and my father said, "Are you sure you want to come outside? Can't you go by yourself?" Then he's just my father. He's on he's on something. He's not really completely there when it comes to talking with me. He's really hyper. When you're on nicotine, man, it just makes a person. It completely changes the person's personality. He's a different person, just really hyper. So I ended up visiting the room, right? That was advertised on Craigslist, and it was for $680. I remember the lady. She showed there was probably a Russian lady. Yeah, Russian. She looked Russian. She showed me inside the kitchen, and she showed me the bathroom, and she showed me the room. I said, "Wow, it's a nice small room." And then she said to me and my father that she's gonna send an email, either an email or a text with the link to actually checking my credit score, my doing a background check. He smokes too much, and I don't smoke. I don't smoke or drink. So around what was it? What was it? Around 9 p.m. I believe I received a text from the lady. She said to me, "Sorry." I'm like, "Huh?" She said that someone else, right? Someone else got the room. So I remember checking Craigslist, right, where I found the room at, where it was advertised, and then I see the room. The room is advertised. We listed back on Craigslist. I said, "Wait a second, that lady, she's lying." So I remember my father. He called me, and he said to me, because I wear my mask, that's why the lady didn't want to give me the room. And nothing to do with it. She's judging me on something. Maybe because I'm African American. Maybe she wants certain people to live there, but I'm legit a college student because I could show her my student ID from Queens College. I know I go to school all day, morning, afternoon, evening, because that was my senior year. I spent all day doing schoolwork. I don't look. That's all I do. I don't have time to go on YouTube. I don't have time to play video games. I don't have time to watch movies. All I do is schoolwork. To be put in a situation where I'm disrespected by people is just ridiculous. All I do is schoolwork every single day. I don't sleep. I'm up till what 7 o'clock in the morning. Probably I get like 2 or 3 hours of sleep because being a psychology student requires you to do research and a hell a lot. And dang, I'm sitting up writing like 12 or 18 pages. That's a lot, and I had to make sure that it's in APA format. I spent hours and hours writing, reading, and I had to be treated this way. This lady who lives in this house is treated with respect. She gets people who respects her. They give her money. They pay for her rent. She does nothing but sits there and look at TikTok and watch YouTube videos. And I'm here just struggling every single day because of her and also because of the way I'm situated. Nicotine's hell of a drug. Of course, he's not in his calm mind. He's retired. He said that he's financially situated, and he already thinks negative about me because after I graduated school, June of what the week of June 15, 2012, I was told I was living in a shelter, in a family shelter with my mom and sister in the Bronx, and we're not from the Bronx. Me and my sister's school district is in Queens, and we had to travel. It takes us 2 hours and 15 minutes to travel, by train. And the fact that me, my sister, and my mom was put in that situation. My mom said we had to leave New York City. She can't take it no more. If she stays in New York City, she's gonna die. Yet she ends up coming back here. We come back here, she ends up gone because she couldn't stay in the house because the people in the house was. She said that they're torturing her, the people downstairs, and I do agree with her what she's talking about. Especially what I'm going through right now. It is really the people here are crazy. I can't even go to a library without someone talking to themselves or starting an argument with the security guards. It's ridiculous. The people here in New York City going crazy to the point that they're setting people on fire on trains. It's just ridiculous. And I was warning my mom about this New York City environment. I said it's going to get worse because of the pandemic. The pandemic left an effect. Like who goes on a train to set someone on fire when they're sleeping? This place has lost it. It got worse. And of course, the news is not going to report. The news is not going to report accurate information because what's going on right now. You have a program inside a machine that actually, I think it's definitely more. There's definitely more than just what's happening. The news never report accurate information. I wouldn't call it fake news, false news. Just doesn't report the correct information. If people figured out what's going on, there wouldn't be no news to report. But anyway, um, what time is it? I don't want to go there too early because I have to submit one of the modules maybe by 11 o'clock. But yeah, this environment, the environment, my home environment is a bit unstable. I told the advisor everything that's going on, and she's telling me to stop participating now. Stop participating. Don't participate. Stop participating. I stopped participating. What happened? I got an F. Probably I would have got a B. But the B for grad school 3.0 GPA is you're supposed to maintain 3.0 GPA, which is a B, and also have a B. B is a passing grade for grad school. You're not supposed to have an F. You're not supposed to have a C minus, B minus. You're supposed to have a B. The fact that I pull one A in one class, it shows I'm capable. But anyway, this my home environment is just crazy. So there was a time, something that I forgot to actually talk about. So I uploaded a video on YouTube. Was it a month, 2 months ago, where I showed a lady taking off the lady took off the lights. She took off the kitchen light and put on the stove light. And I wear glasses; it's hard to see. And she never informed me. She never said, "Hey, can you take off the kitchen light? I gotta go to sleep." But she doesn't. Where she have to go? She don't go nowhere. She stays in her room all day. It was the second time. The second time she did that, she took off the kitchen light, didn't put on any light, no stove light, and I I'm like, wait, what the heck is going on? And I'm doing my schoolwork. I'm like, is he drunk? And that's when I realized something is not right. I knew she's on something. She's on some sort of yeah, she's definitely drinking alcohol. Something's not right with this lady. And she gets depressed. The more she stays inside, the more depressed she gets. I noticed that. And I know for a fact that if someone move out of that house, the landlord's gonna do the same thing. She's gonna just move them in and without informing me. And then there's another problem. Was it 3 or 4 months ago? 4 months ago, I know August 18, 2024 was during the weekend. That was during the weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. So the landlord, she sent me a text message saying, don't recycle the bottles or cans with regular trash, right? So they left an orange soda bottle in front of my door around Saturday. It was a Saturday or Sunday. So I remember opening the door and I just took a picture of it. And I'm like saying to myself, whose orange bottle is this? The orange soda bottle. So I text, I text the landlord. I said, that's not mine. I know this. I've been living here for months. I've been living here for since January 4th, 2024. So she said, call her. I called her. She said that, she received a fine. And I spoke about her, logic, because it doesn't make sense. She said she received a fine before. Now, think about it. It's August 18, 2024. It's what, the weekend. And I've been living there since January 4th, 2024. Now, why would someone who's been living there for all those months would mess up, not know how to recycle the trash correctly? I know how to recycle. So that's a flaw. There's a flaw with her logic. Because if that was true, right? If I didn't know how to recycle for those past months, she would have received dozens of fines. She's not thinking logically. She's actually she's judging me because first of all, I'm not Haitian. The people who live in her house, all of them are Haitian. So she's gonna take up for their side. She's gonna take up for the Haitian lady side and also the two Haitian men who live there. So maybe a month, was it a few weeks later? A few weeks later, or possibly so, I remember I said I always hang out in Long Island. I go to Long Island, I take the bus. I'm out for hours. I come back. It's around the same time as this time. I'm walking down here. This is the path that I walk to go to the house. And then I remember looking at the garbage, and I'm saying, "Wait, this trash is from my household." And I'm looking at it, and I say, "Wait, this is the same orange bottle, the same orange soda bottle. Someone is lying. One of these people in my household is lying." But I think about it. I'm saying it must be that lady. I'm not making an assumption. I'm going based off of evidence. Like for example, the lady during June of the first week of June of 2024, she stocked up the whole tub with her hair, and she never informed the landlord that she stocked up the tub. So I'm wondering why would she do that? I had to actually text the landlord, also take a picture of the tub, informing her that there's something going on with the tub. Is flood is about to flood. I don't know if this lady's crazy. It's about to flood up the whole entire bathroom, and she completely ignored it. She's in her the Haitian lady, my Haitian female roommate, is out there just cooking like nothing's wrong. How can you just stay inside the kitchen cooking food, not knowing that the tub is about to overflow? There's a whole bunch of water. She's crazy. She's not in her right mind. Yet the next month, July, she locked herself. My Haitian roommate locked herself outside the house, and she was just sitting down. And I came from outside because I had to go shopping because I cook. So she just said, "Please open the door, please." I couldn't understand. She said, "Please open the door. Can you open door? Door." She's not fluent English. I just opened the door. She said, "Thank you." She locked herself out the door because she's holding me accountable for opening the door. She's a big grown adult. That's not my responsibility. She's supposed to have her keys with her all the time, not walk out the house without her keys. I'm not her. I'm not a relative. I'm just a roommate. And then another time she did that, locked herself out again. But this time I was inside and I was trying to take my exam because I had it online. My school is cheap. They don't want to hire teachers during the summertime. So they think that the best option, right, is to hire teachers who want to teach online. So it's online synchronous courses. So I'm sitting down doing my schoolwork and doing my exam, and then all of a sudden the landlord she texts me, and then she calls me. She said she's outside. Who's she? I don't know who she is. She is a vague word. It's unclear. She's outside. I don't know who she is. Someone's knocking on the door, so I'm saying it must be that roommate. So I open the door and I see that the roommate is there. I'm like, why? What's going on in this place? It's crazy. I find it really crazy. It's so many times. That's what I'm saying. I'm not assuming. It's not an assumption. This is based off of evidence. This is what I'm seeing here. She never informed. She knows how to call the landlord when she's locked outside the door, right? Locked outside the house, but she doesn't know how to call the landlord when the tub is overflowing. And she's I'm going based off how she behaves. So that's why I said it was her who pretty much didn't recycle the orange soda bottle correctly. She put it with regular trash. So it doesn't make sense for a landlord to tell me, who's paying rent every single day, who's been taking out the trash and recycling correctly, that I'm putting the orange soda bottle with the regular trash. And I can't drink orange soda because I have an inflamed esophagus. My throat burns. My whole entire throat is burning when I talk. I was exposed to rubbing alcohol. Oh, she's not. The landlord is definitely thinking illogically. She's really not thinking clearly, as well as my female Haitian roommate. It's this. She can't believe she lied. She would do something like that. Tell the landlord that it's not her who put the orange soda bottle when it was her. And you know what? When I go inside the fridge, I open the fridge. Was it yesterday? There's an orange soda. Someone's drinking the same orange soda. It's right in the fridge. I should have took a picture of that. I might do that tonight and take a picture of the orange soda. Someone's lying in there. And why? Maybe they feel ashamed of themselves. You think if you didn't recycle correctly, you want to tell the landlord you didn't do it correctly? No, she's ashamed. She doesn't want to tell the truth. And just like the tub overflowing. She didn't want to tell the truth about to the landlord that she's putting here in the tub. She's not she's There's a big hole here ball all over the tub. She don't care. This lady's in her 30s. She's older than me. And it makes sense. She's self-centered. She seems to not know how to speak to people. When you go inside the house, she doesn't even look at you. The heck? And then the other two male roommates, the Haitian roommates, like the other Haitian roommate, I remember there was a time when I went outside to go to McDonald's. I was hungry because this that other Haitian female roommate, she spends her whole entire day cooking. Now, I remember he was right. He opened the fridge, and I just went outside, and I'm seeing someone looking through the top window of the door, peeking out. So weird. And I talked about it before, just like the time I went to the bathroom. and I see someone opening the door, like halfway opening it and peeking out, really creepy. And I just see the eyeball. I just see someone eyeball just looking through the door, just an eyeball looking at me, and then they just close the door. Weird. That's the most creepiest. They're really creepy. They don't communicate with me. And not just that. When I go inside the kitchen, right? When I go inside the kitchen, he goes right back to his room. The guy, he just runs back to his room. Or when he hears me leave the kitchen, he goes out into the kitchen. It's weird. He's listening to me. Not cool. The peeking. He's opening the door and you can see his eyeballs. And when he thinks that I'm not in the kitchen, he opens the door. Just weird. You're really weird. The first lady Miss Carmela, the lady that I first met there at this house, January 4th, 2024, Thursday. She was a nice person. You know, she was the person who I can speak to. She told me she greeted herself to me when she introduced herself to me. Hey, I'm such and such. I'm such and such. My name is Carmela. She introduced herself to me. She made me know that she's my roommate. She was smiling at me. I was looking at her. I said, "Oh, okay," because I had to go to the mall. So I go to Green Acres Mall, and I said, "Oh, like, that's in Long Island." So I'm saying to myself, "Wow, this is a really good place." And it was so when you step inside the house, it smells fresh. In the room, everything was nice. It was so quiet. But not until I started school, what, January 28th, 2024? Yeah, that was the week I had to start school. And then I had to go to school in person. And I talked about how the neighbors upstairs, they're Haitian, right? They were fixing their car from what, 11 o'clock in the morning all the way till midnight morning. So I'm like, wait, what is this? What is this sound? They're waking me up. I said, all right, I'll deal with that. I can deal with that. Then a few days later, after I start school in person, I remember coming back from school. That was what, February, the week of February 7th, 2024. I remember buying Chinese food because I come out of school at 8 p.m. and I had to take the bus. It takes an hour to travel. So I remember opening the door and then I see a whole bunch of chairs all lined up. I'm like, who put these chairs here? And then I'm looking at the bathroom. The lights are on and there's a whole bunch of chairs everywhere. So I just went to sit down. I heat up my Chinese food in the microwave, and I'm waiting. It's 2 hours passed by. I open the bathroom door, and guess what? Nobody's in there. So I'm looking inside the toilet, and I see urine. I'm like, who didn't flush the toilet? So I'm thinking that it was Miss Carmela. But I said, no, Miss Carmela never behaved this way. So I just flushed the toilet. I just ended up flushing the toilet. I didn't think nothing bad. Then maybe a week a week or two later, the lady, my Haitian female roommate, right? She started coordinating with me. I opened the door. I put my skillet on top of the stove, started cooking, and then she opened the door. She opened the door as I'm going back inside my room because I was sitting down. I'm exhausted. I was sick. Who knows? I went to the doctor. They said I must have been sick with a flu or something. The doctor saying I'm sick with a flu. I haven't been resting because I had to move out of my mom's apartment. As you know, she ended up getting the coronavirus, and she passed January 29th, 2022, which is a Saturday at 8:45 p.m. Exactly. I even know the time when she passed. 8:45 p.m. and that was a Saturday. And I had to move out of the house January 4th, 2000 and what 20? Oh, no, January 4th, 2024. That's what? That's a Thursday. And the next day was January 5th, 2024. So I keep track of the dates in my mind. I don't need no notes. I don't need it. I could do it in my mind. I could do it in my head. It's repetitive. It's happening over and over again to the point that I memorize the way people behave. I'm 32 years old. I don't get no interaction. Never had a partner in my life. Never had sex in my life. Never had no income in my life. I'm a level 10. I call myself a level 10. Someone thinks I'm extremely intelligent and they need to put me in this type of situation all the time. Every time I do something good for myself, I get derailed. That's the type of treatment I get here. But anyway, yeah, there's a lot. So back where I was talking about the week of February 7th, 2024, I said I was cooking. So the lady, right, the first time meeting her, I said I went back to my room. So when I go back into the kitchen to check on my food, she comes out, but I'm in the room already. And then she keeps doing it. She goes right back. She walks back into her room. She's not going nowhere. She's not going to the kitchen. She's not going to check on the fridge. She's not opening the fridge. She's not doing that. She just goes back, walk back to her room. I don't know what's going on. And then she does it again. And this time she looks at me. And then she goes right back into her room. I'm like, okay. And I'm just cooking. I mean, I cook my curry salmon and some rice. I know how to cook. And pretty much, then she just stopped doing that. Then the next day, she did the same thing. But this time, she goes to the bathroom. I need to go to the bathroom. I'm like, what the heck is she doing? And she stays in the bathroom for a long time. And I'm just waiting. Are you serious? I'm like, what is going on with this lady? Who is this lady? And the first time she moved here, I thought it was the landlord's family member or something. Maybe she doesn't want to tell me because it's her family member. But the fact that this female Haitian roommate been living there for what? How many months now? The week of February 7th, 2020. That's a long time now. And the landlord still failed to introduce me to her. She have not once told me. The landlord never talked to me on the phone and told me who this person is or the guy that's peeking out. When you look, the other guy is also creepy. He's opening the door and he's peeking, and you can see his eyeballs, and he keeps doing it. And the taller gentleman is also behaving that way. But this time he looks through the windows. He looking through the window. He's tippy toeing and he looking to the door, the top door windows, and he's looking down. I'm like, what is this problem? So I did a recording. I did a live stream where I showed the guy where I saw him getting locked out. It said it's not just AI, it's observers. Said is observe. There's also observers. There's also people. I don't even call them people. There's pretty much a advanced civilization out there that observes everything you do. And I talked about it before. I don't want to talk about it on here because I'm scared of getting headaches, and I have to do my work online. You know, I talked about Disney World. Hint, hint. Said if people actually knew what's going on, I don't think they would be having the energy to talk about what's going on. You know, when I was living at the let this train pass by. When I was living at the Palm Hotel, and I wanted to create a separate video. One day I woke up and I remember putting on the faucet. I turned on the faucet in the water, I'm hearing it. I'm like, wait, it sounds off. And I brush my teeth, put the toothpaste on my toothbrush. I'm tasting the toothbrush. It doesn't taste like toothpaste. All right. I thought it was my toothbrush. Maybe I need a new toothbrush. I went to use the toilet. I flush. It doesn't sound like I'm flushed. The sound is off. I remember cutting my hair. I know how to cut my own hair. You know, line up my hair. It doesn't sound like the clipper. I said, okay. I remember going sitting down on the couch. My mom comes back a few hours later. She cooks. Remember all the way till what 8 p.m. And I remember smelling something smells horrible. Something smells nasty. I'm I'm smelling it. It doesn't smell like food. And then I'm tasting it. It doesn't taste like food. I still ate my mom's food. So usually, after I finish eating my mom's dinner, or sometime I would be cook. I usually cook for my mom and my sister. I know how to cook. My mom always asked me, "Hey, can you cook some food?" So I would be the one who's cooking, dinner for my mom. I prepare food for my mom. I make barbecue chicken, different food, curry. I'm always preparing food. My mom always depended on me to cook for, her and my sister, hamburgers. So I'm doing all the cooking. That's it. She always depend on me. She knows I know how to cook. But the problem here is, yeah, after that, I remember I was eating my Snickerdoodle cookies and drinking my tea like I usually do, and I go on my computer and I'm eating the Snickerdoodles and it doesn't taste like Snickerdoodles. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? It doesn't taste everything that's been off the whole day. And I had talked about, back in what June 5th or June 5th, June 6th, 2018. I did a live stream where I talked about how to remember concepts. I talked about that, that I'm the only human being right now who, even up to this day, past the pandemic, who knows how to create concepts on high levels. I'm the only one who can create these stuff. But there was a problem, something that I said. I mentioned something on there. I'm the only person right now at this current time who can do this. You know, something was off that day. And I'm losing my train of thought. All right, there's another story. Let's just trace out. June 5th, 2018 was one of the weirdest day of my life. And this corresponds with someone on the internet. Someone online before that said something to me about learn to do human stuff. So this deals with the words in the dreams. So this is why I was bringing up June 5th. All right, I got back my mind. This is why I was talking about June 5th, 2018. So someone online on the community said to me, you need to learn. He said to me, do human stuff, pleasure, Chinese food. Like, what the hell does that have to do with this? Stop with this conspiracy. They call it a conspiracy theory. They call they already had labeled what I said as a conspiracy theory. So there's something that corresponds, and I talked about quantum photography. Where it picks up the conversation. It could be someone. Someone could be on the store. Like for example, someone could be watching the TV, and they said that the TV's talking to them, or someone could actually, be around, stand in a store and wait online, and someone in front of them, right? They're on auto set. I say honestly, they're what I mean by auto set, their thought, their mind. They wake up with their mind. They're pre-programmed. I would say pre-programmed, or they've been pre-programmed, more like pre-programmed, or had a slang. No, pre-reprogrammed. There we go. They've been pre-reprogrammed. They wake up with a mind, and even though I said pre-reprogrammed, not only wake up with a mind, the program can adjust. The program can adjust their mind at that time. It can and coordinate with you. So the conversation the person's hearing from the people in front of them is talking. They could be talking about them, like what they ate, what they did, what TV they did. If they watch pornography, If they watch porno, they said the AI knows everything. It knows everything you do. It knows what you do right now. It simulates. It knows what you're saying. It knows you're on your live. It knows that I'm right here recording. It knows it knows your heart rate. It knows how much information your brain has. It knows everything about you. It knows your name. It knows your age. It knows when you're gonna die. It knows when you're gonna, it governs this place. It knows what death. That program understands what death is, right? Like my mom, I told my mom about this place. Coming here, don't you come here. I warned her, if you come here, you won't like this place. And she remembers what I said. And this was what I know. My cousin, she passed away April 17, 2018. That was a Tuesday, right? So this corresponds with another date. I was telling my mom about Nadine, and now Nadine, when we was living in the Palm Hotel in Kissimmee, Florida, that was November 1st. The first time Nadine visited our place, that was November 1st, 2018. No, November 1st, 2016. That was a Tuesday, right? February 21st, 2000 and what? 17, that was a Tuesday. And I'm like sitting down, putting it in my mind, plugging it in my mind. And then it goes on. And then the next time was April 17, 2018. That's a Tuesday. And then again, the last time I spoke to my mom, that was what? January 4th, 2022. That's also a Tuesday. January 1st, 2022, February 1st, 2022, that was the time me and my father reunited, and also my cousin. That's a Tuesday. April 5th, 2022 is also a Tuesday. Everything falls on a Tuesday with this time. When Jose passed away, that day, and so that's why it goes back to Jose. My mom said everything's in sync. And then she looks at me. She said, "Did the machine bring me here?" And I have a voice recorded. I said, "Yeah." I shook my head and I said, "Yeah." To make me meet my family. So so when I think about what's happening, I think about what the person said from June 5th, the week that that following week, June 5th, 2018. He said to me, "Do human stuff." Now that message corresponds. That message, "Do human stuff," corresponds with what my mom was saying about her sister. So this was May 2015. My mom received a text message. My mother received a text message from her sister that lives in Tampa, Florida, Hillsborough County. My mom was just looking at me, weird, strange, when I was in the couch, sitting down on the couch. She said, "My sister said something weird. I don't know what's wrong with these people." She said some weird stuff. And you remember, cryptic messages are vague messages. They're vague. They're hard to understand without some, context. And the program, the multi-agent quantum AI computers, as well as the programmers that sees it, and I call them the managers of the management program. They also know how to use people too now, right? As pawns. The AI knows how to assign people to have partners. It makes them get married. I would tell my mom about this. And then I use examples. Like for example, 2011 and 12, I was used to tell my mom, you see those people in the neighborhood that I talked about on here. You see those Jewish people in the neighborhood? Look how they have these fancy houses. Look at these fancy houses. Look at these fancy cars. Look at this fancy building. Don't you see it's convenient? They put a Long Island Railroad train right next to them, and when you take the A train, it's all trash looking, but it's under construction now, and they pretty much put down the price for the Long Island Railroad. It's the same price as the regular transportation. Where you pay $2.90. But yeah, I was quite finding it weird. I was telling my mom about this. I was using it as an example to make her understand what I'm talking about. You see how it puts these people in these neighborhoods, and when you go to, for example, Far Rockaway, you see these people that are on welfare. I was just saying that program knows how to assign relationships. Or I was talking about OnlyFans. I had talked about this on my channel back in 2019, Instagram and OnlyFans. Well, they flagged my video. They took it down. I said that I said it's gonna get worse. People are gonna more women are gonna be going on OnlyFans. And because the OnlyFans, right? The OnlyFans is part of the management program. The AI knows that it knows how to assign people to have sex or not. I was just saying this. I was telling my mom about these things. It assign people to have sex. It assign people to get married or have arguments. There's a tier list. There's a tier list going on here. You know, there's level tens. There was a guy named Jay Army. He talked about what I was understanding. He said, "Go make your own channel." He just told me. He said that I know a lot and to go make my own channel. I said I didn't have the technology to do that. I don't. I just lived in a Palm Hotel. It takes at least 3 hours or 4 hours to upload videos. I can't do much. All I can do is just share the information with the guy, and he's talking about how the program. No, I'm really going off topic now because I talked about I was using the example where I was talking about cryptic messages, and someone could go in a store and the conversation can be directed at them. There's a direct message, right? So suppose that person was eating by himself during Thanksgiving and he doesn't have no family. Well, someone else, they can be, going to Walmart, for example, and standing in the line, and all of a sudden, someone can be having a conversation about spending time with their family, right? How they can enjoy their family, and they're gonna go to Disney World, or they're gonna do something good with their family, to make the person feel sad about themselves. The program can trigger it, just like winning the lottery. The AI sends people, do you know the lottery numbers like the Powerball, the Mega Millions, or the scratch off tickets? AI can actually show the person that, tell the person to go play that scratch off ticket. Hey, go, by means, it just shows the scratch off ticket. Like there was a guy who lives in Jamaica, Queens, and he remembers an image of the 10K week for life, and he decided to play one ticket at the smoke shop, and he won a 10 million dollars. You know what I'm saying? Or the numbers. They'll say it's God. God, someone would say, "Oh, God gave me these numbers. God showed me." There's no God. It's just a program inside a quantum computer. They fool you. Someone like me, I went to church, I went to Sunday school, I went to Saturday school. They're not going to tell you the truth. They want you to live their management program like it's part of their reality. It's part of their reality, the reality that they want you to live. Remember, if they're governing this place, if the AI organizing the place, it knows the population and these people, I would tell myself, wait a second, the people who are doing this, are they part of the population? I would ask myself that question. Are these people who are doing this are part of the population? I wonder. I really wonder if these people are part of the population. They're definitely not. They're not in the nope, nope, nope. And the celebrities like what do you call it? Bill, billionaires, Bill Gates and such. These people, they don't know. They can have all the money they want. Kobe Bryant, he's gone. His daughter gone. I remember telling my mom about Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gigi. The program put him there. The AI knows that, and they talk about predictive programming on social media. Well, that's social media. That's what the program knows about social media. It knows what videos. It knows how to make people engage with people's channel. It knows that. It knows everything, right? And if it feels that the person knows too much, what happens? The program destroys the laptop or possibly remap the environment, like it did with me. Took out my mom. It removed my mom. It made my sister stop talking with me. Last time I spoke with her was July 31st, 2023. That was a Monday. That was the last time I spoke to her. She just woke up and just left. That's how it goes here. And that's what it does. It makes sure that pretty much women don't really interact with me that much. Like, whoa, wow, what is all this rhyming? I'm not even looking. I'm so busy talking. Yeah, the machine knows everything. It knows everything. So my what I'm trying to say here is if it knows how to keep everything in order, and it knows it understands what happens to you next. It knows your life. It knows what's going to happen to you when you're dead, right? I have something for that on a separate video. I have something to say about what my childhood, not just the future and the past. I have something really good to say because I don't know what I experienced in school in what first grade was pretty weird, especially my aunt talking weird, creepy looking, just creepy. Oh, my mom is not here like my father. My father would tell me, your mom is not here. I'm here. And he said the same thing to me. September 2022, my father said the same response to me. I'm like, wait a second. He said something to me like this when I was a kid. Your mom is gone. She's not here anymore. It's like it picks up from where it left off. And you know what? December 1st, December 1st, 2021, I had a dream about my father. And he's wearing like a gray beanie. I'm like, wait a second. Why am my father doing inside this apartment? It's just so weird. And just like November 1st, 2021, I had a dream where I was carrying all of my personal belongings on the streets. But I'm still going off topic now. Because I just wanted to explain my point about cryptic messages and cryptography, how it works. Like it can make someone look attractive, right? Cryptography, quantum cryptography, the AI can use its technology, like such as what I'm saying, to direct message, like Mr. J Army. I'm still speaking about because I want people to understand what I'm talking about. Because this is what I studied when I was in Florida, and also I have experience studying psychology. The program can make a lady with big breasts walk across the street, like he said, like Mr. J Army said, and he said that guys are going to be looking at the woman because that's the attention that you want. That's part of the management program. That's what it wants. It wants to learn, and just like the dreams, the words in the dreams would tell me to stop writing on the internet. Do not write online. Please stop writing online. And they use the word please, or it would curse at me, saying fuck you. F word. 2000 September 2016, around September 17 or 16, around that time. I think it was that time when I asked my mom why I repeat the same. Well, what do you mean by I repeat the same thing? She said to me, you think you know everything? And I said, what are you talking about? That's not my mom. That's the program speaking to me. It's an indirect message. But I remember waking up early in the morning, and all of a sudden, I see, I remember I had a dream where I was showing a computer screen, like a laptop, and there's a whole bunch of people writing on the chat. So it's on Twitch, writing on the laptop. There were words on the laptop, and it's talking nastiness. The words are really nasty. It's not healthy to look at. Sexual, very sexual dreams. These words in the dream is sexual. And then I just remember seeing the word "fuck you." That's it. The word just said "fuck you." I didn't know that the program could curse. Yeah. It said the word "fuck you" because remember I used to upload videos on my YouTube where I talked about DNS, the internet. The program would knock off the internet, and I would just upload it on my YouTube channel. Now, it was the time, July 14, 2016, I believe, around a Friday, Saturday, around that time. The, the lady, my mom picked up a game from the front desk, so I usually buy some games sometimes. So 2 weeks later, the front desk receptionist, she asked my mom if I'm going crazy for the internet. But before that, she said that the kids kept asking her about the internet. She said the kids, I keep pestering her. Was it going crazy? Yeah, the kids keep asking her about the internet, when it's going to come back on. And all of a sudden, she says, is your son going crazy for the internet? So how is it that you know that my question here is, she talks about the kids, right? And she said that the kids are on vacation. She said that the kids are on summer vacation. They're on their summer break, right? and she's a front desk receptionist. She knows all the children and everybody who lives inside the Palm Hotel. She keeps records. She keep a record of it, right? Now, in my mind, I'm telling my mom, in my mind, right? I said to my mom, "Wait a second. Why is she so fixated on me? Why is it the front desk receptionist is fixated on me instead of my sister, right? My sister is a teenage. My sister, what, 12? Hold on, I was what, 24, 23. My sister's around, yeah, she's a teenager. Why are you not concerned about my sister too? Instead of saying children, is your children going crazy for the internet? Why me? Why is it that she's saying is your son going crazy for the internet? So I said that to my mom, and she just stared at me. Shit. Why your son going? So yeah, the internet was off for a month and 23 days. I calculated that. It came on September 7th, 2016, and my whole entire eyeball is all swollen up. Pretty weird. So like I said, the words in the dreams were telling me there are going to be consequences for what I write online, and these consequences happen. You know, it just happens. I don't know, just happens. I'm not concentrating on it completely because I have to deal with school, I have to deal with trying to find a job, but I can concentrate on it right now. I don't have no school, no school. Right. But I was exposing the behavior to my mom when I would confront her. He said, uh, like I would tell her that you see a guy, Mike, Mr. Mike downstairs. He's the one who's messing with the internet, and I find it weird. I'm gonna use another example of cryptography, cryptography, you know, and it's very vague. So one day, my God, one day there was a lady who knocked on the door. This was what, 2017. My mom said that she's going outside to go to Walmart. So I was sitting down. I'm a morning person. I wake up early in the morning, 9 o'clock, 10:30. I'm always up in the morning, and I'm always reading books or applying for jobs. So the guy, Mr. Mike, who works at the Palm Hotel, right? He just blurted these words out. Who's that pretty girl at the window? Kept saying it loud, very loud. Who's that pretty girl at the window? All of a sudden, after he finished saying that, there was this lady who came knocking on the window, this Hispanic lady. I didn't open it. I didn't bother to open it. And then she kept knocking on the door. So I open the door and I see that there's a Hispanic lady. She asked me some questions. She said, "Is this, such and such?" I said, "No." And you could see her breasts and stuff like Mr. J. Army was talking about. It corresponds. It usually corresponds. They pick up from where it left off. It corresponds, and it also pick up from where it left off. Like Mr. Mike, he said, "Who's that beautiful woman?" Just like Mr. J. Ari was talking about. He's correct, but I don't think he understands what photography means. As I studied it, I wanted to understand. I wanted to go. I went further than him, so I started understanding how the concept works and how people learn. Like for example, I would talk about. I like to make examples because people keep telling me online that I can't explain anything. I want to show you how I can explain everything. Like for example, when I was in school, they had put me in a resource room, and I didn't belong there. Someone just put me there. Now they had me taking my regents in a weird. They had me taking the regents in the lunchroom with all the kids, right? And they said I needed extra time to take my regents. And I was like finding it weird how all the students who are taking their regents able to finish their exam so fast. How is it possible? So I used to tell my mother, something's not right. I think somebody's making these students pretty much. Someone's helping these students with their work. like mentally. That's how I started talking. I was telling that to my mom because I don't understand how I'm reading and reading the information and I'm not able to get it, no matter how many times I learn it. But right now I can get it now because I figured out what's happening. So what I'm saying is the AI, the multi-agent quantum AI computers, right, gives the students a mind where it can assist them when it comes to reading. It reads for them when they're taking the exam, and it writes for them automatically. And they have something online that can actually make it look like that this is not true. Like someone would say spiritual writing and stuff. The same like the God stuff. They say there's a God, spiritual writing, automatic writing. They have a name for it online. I said that there's a program. I'm telling my mom there's a program that assists people when it comes to writing, or helps them write. It helps them think. It makes decisions. You see this neighborhood, this whole entire neighborhood, even this whole entire Link NYC free Wi-Fi station. That's the program. It puts that there. Puts the church there. Puts the Home Depot there. It puts the what? Everything is done by the program. Look how neat it is. This place is so organized. They're able to. That's how it does it. It puts people in places. So neat and really everything is computational. Everything is simulated one by one, and it uses another machine to do that. But besides talking about cryptic messages and such. Oh, how are you, Savannah? I'm reading. Yeah, automated reinforced direct message from the system within the person itself wake up with a mind that is artificial. They wake up with a mind that is artificial. They're using less percentage of their mind. They're not using more. If everybody in the planet was able to use more percentage of their mind, it would be a problem. Well, that's how this place is. This is how everything is created. Yup, yup. Even my sister, even exposing it to my sister. You were right. I hate these people. Text me. She texted me that when I was able to identify, when I was telling her about the behavior. It's easy. I don't know. It's easy to me. Simple. But anyway, I was just using examples of cryptography. But the words, I'm gonna create a separate video about the words. I'm gonna show the video. I think it's best that I explain it separately. Like for example, yeah, I talked about receiving a word. The person had mentioned do human stuff, and it corresponds with my mother. My mother had said to me that her sister is writing weird. So I know there's what 0 people now. Uh, she said to me that she said the way her sister spoke to her is quite weird, and she couldn't understand. Then she said she must be talking about me. I'm like, why me? And the message said that someone needs to learn how to be an adult. Now, the next following year, 2016, I remember having a dream where I'm in front of a restaurant, sitting down, and there was a menu, and the words in the dream said, "Learn to be human." It said learn to be human. And I'm like sitting down thinking to myself, what the heck? What is that supposed to mean? And then I connect them. Learn to be an adult, learn to be human, and then do human stuff. What? So you trying to tell me I wasn't doing human stuff because I was sitting down and thinking on high levels? Said it could be not just direct messages. It said it could be indirect message too. Indirect. It's more like indirect messages. It could be set. Their thoughts runs through it. Every human thought, and even animals, runs through an interval. I started saying that it runs through an interval. That's what I learned. And the program, making people think how there's a schedule. The behavior can run on a schedule. You know that the AI can schedule them to behave a certain way at each time. It's under like a program, and I use the word computational intelligence system. It schedules them how to behave and such. But it's 8:30. Damn, I've been recording for this long. My hands are cold, so I'll call it a day for today. Thanks for watching.